Alright guys, welcome back. So this is an SMCI update. So last time we were talking about this name, pretty much saying that this pump has given up most of its gains. We're not talking about from the lows, but what I'm watching from here. So there's a few things. Very first one, today overall market is pretty much pulling back. Not crazy, but tech is down 1.8. So basically the Nasdaq. And everything started with Nvidia actually. So if you take a look at the heat map of the market as well, tech and one of the biggest contributor to all this 6% Nvidia. And when Nvidia is down 6%, it's customer SMCI, why wouldn't they be down 8-9%, right? So that's why SMCI pulling back today. But it was in a consolidation area here. It couldn't just break above these $44 levels that I was watching as a possible resistance. And today it's breaking below its 50-day moving average, which is a yellow line on my chart. And now I'm going to be watching a few levels. But before I go all the way there, so this is 34.50. That's the area I'm watching. Let me go through the levels first. So we have a pretty decent support, probably somewhere around $30 area as well, and then somewhere around 25. But last time when I talked about it, I was saying that at some point you will see the stock fill the gaps that it has created when it tested these lows of 17. And I was giving an example of a gap right here from $18 to $18.70 to $20. Somewhere right here, and then we had this gap right here, very big gap from around 21. It gapped all the way to these like 27 areas, 25. So these two gaps, I don't know when, but at some point I'm gonna be watching these levels to get filled. Okay, and before that, 30 is my support, 27 is my support, and then 17, essentially $18 levels, my support, $18.50. So there's this pretty much volume leaders. I don't want to explain too much about this one. This is a paid tool. Again, I'm not advertising it. And this is where you can see after this huge move, institutions, in my opinion, they dumped their shares because this is basically a cluster of orders, large orders, that are in the range more than $500,000. So basically this is my filter, and that's why it's showing you all these areas where, again, I'm not saying that this is something you have to use, but I do use it in a daily basis, and it's very helpful. So, and when you see like the largest orders ever, so like number 4 and number 6 orders are sitting here at these areas of 20s. So it looks like number 4, $1.43 billion order came in somewhere around 31-ish, I want to say. And then there's another one, number 6, 616 million. So these areas like 26, these are areas when this stock will try to test it for the first time, may act as a support. So, but below these, it's not looking good. In my opinion, but we're not there yet. We're still basically in a phase where, again, wherever Nvidia is going to go, that's where the stock will go. So let's say if Nvidia tests its lows of a recent like 102 or whatever the level we were trading in the last like 2-3 weeks, then sure, SMCI can go much lower as well. So capitalization of SMCI 21%, and it's very highly shorted stock, and there's a reason for it. You can see the float of the stock, 593 million or so, and you can see 20% of that, 22% of that is short float. Okay, so, and I just zoomed in here just to show what was happening in the last few sessions as well. The reason why I couldn't get going, well, there were big sellers coming in as well. They were trying to dump their shares at these levels, and these are very large orders, 500 million, 538 million, 522. So these are the very, very large orders You can see 140 million, 130 million, 125 million, March 19th, 21st, March 25th yesterday. Also looks like 130 million shares were dumped. And I'm assuming these are being sold just based on the chart, because usually when such large orders behave as a, I mean, let's say if they were a buyer, stock tries to defend that level. Usually price action does not go below those levels. But if it was a seller, then stock will decline and it will not trade above that level for quite some time. So that's why I'm assuming that people were buying into these resistance levels at these levels, and that's why today you saw a big flush down. And again, 3450, my support area, where this is the area was acting as a resistance right here before rallying to these $65 levels. But I'm going to be watching 30 from there if we do crack 34, and then from there we'll watch. But again, so far this stock has been in a consolidation, like let's say last 2 weeks or so. It will be still in the range if it bounces off of 3450, but if it cracks 3450, then yeah, I would consider it the resumption of a downtrend, because at the moment this stock again is just in the middle of nowhere. So I'm not trading it. I don't have a position, even though it's pulling back 9.5% so far with Nvidia. I'm still watching it in this area. So basically, but if it cracks 34, yeah, that's not good. And especially if it cracks 30, yeah, I have no doubt about this stock possibly again testing these $17-18 levels. If we take a look at the option activity, we can just have a clue what is the probability of that thing happening by June 20th, let's say by June 20th expiration date. And probability is very low. So the probability of this stock going to say $18 by June 20th, it's only 13%. I mean, based on today's price action. And by that time, this stock is only implying $15, $16 up or down. So which means, yeah, it can come down towards $20 according to option activity, but it's not pricing too much. So, but again, IV relatively higher, I want to say, but it's not as, I mean, historically high levels. So, but if this stock moves a couple days with this such range, large range like it did today, then you might see this stock basically option market pretty much jacking up the prices and prices becoming very expensive. So that's my take for SMCI, Super Microcomputer. This is not a buy or sell recommendation. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. Take care. Peace. See you in the next one.